What is The Legend of Zelda's best boss fight? In my opinion, Tears of the Kingdom is home to the greatest one in Zelda history, or at least I feel a strong argument can be made for it. And yet, barely anyone's talking about it, or really anything positive about the title. Most YouTube discourse around the game has taken an absurdly negative tone, where many creators have just entirely given up on discussing what the game does right. It isn't a game without flaws, but discussion about the game feels way too one-sided. Some aspects of Tears of the Kingdom don't just hold up, they potentially outshine the rest of the series. And honestly, if this is what people are calling $70 DLC, I would love to see how they react to the real AAA failures we've seen recently. If you're looking for a more balanced take, or better yet, a look into what Zelda can learn from other series like Red Dead Redemption, check out the video I uploaded recently on that topic. But today, I want to focus on something core to the Zelda experience: boss fights. And I truly believe Tears of the Kingdom delivers one of the most unforgettable in the entire franchise: the battle against the King of Evil himself. As you descend into the depths below where Hyrule Castle once stood, you're met with relentless hordes of Ganondorf's gloom-infected army. You pass through ruined Zonai architecture, and wander through the destroyed halls that once housed those who stood against this evil. The ambience during this descent is genuinely freaky, consisting of ominous drones and disembodied voices. In contrast to older titles, you aren't making your way up an opulent castle or tower that Ganondorf has made home. In Tears of the Kingdom, you descend into a literal pit of hell, one that even the power of sages can't penetrate. The music throughout this entire descent dynamically shifts from the spooky ambience to a fast-paced, anxiety-riddling track as Link descends deeper into this den of malice. It eventually culminates into a badass climax as you stand above the final jump into the depths below. Some of the immediate highlights of this first phase is just how awesome he looks in combat, and how capable of a fighter he is. Ganondorf is lethal, from his katana, club, spear, all the way to his bow. Every mistake you make throughout the entire fight punishes you greatly, as your maximum health is permanently decayed with each hit. Other fights in the series aren't mechanically bad by any means, but it always felt more like you engaged Ganondorf more than he did you. In Tears, it's the complete opposite. I'd almost dare to say it's among the few actually challenging boss fights in the series. A small detail that I find so fitting for Ganondorf's character is the fact that he literally shit-talks you during the fight. If you run away or try to attack from a distance with a bow, he'll call you a coward, sometimes even swatting away the arrows you shoot at him, forcing you to close the distance. Other attacks he lands on you will result in him asking if that's all you got, or simply calling Link pathetic. This entire engagement is full of other surprises too. From the first time you realize Ganondorf can perfect dodge attacks just as Link can, to the health bar moment. Wait! It's an epic, almost fourth wall breaking sequence where you realize you aren't the all-powerful, untouchable main character anymore. You're fighting your true equal. Master of the Secret Stone. It's basically phase 1 but turned up to 11, albeit with the sages joining Link in phase 2, but being repelled by Ganondorf in phase 3. I'm not really sure if people even consider this a third phase, but that's what I'm calling it. In these two phases, Ganondorf is even faster, stronger, and pulls out a new set of moves. From gloom projectiles, phantom clones, and arena-sized gloom explosions. His increased power also demands that your reflexes are on point. He can now even dodge your flurry rushes, and he'll immediately begin rushing in with a counter-attack. Even after all this, Ganondorf has one more trick up his sleeve. Suddenly, this grounded sword fight becomes a massive, cinematic battle in the heavens. This final form of Ganondorf is awesome and totally unexpected. This is how you do a spectacle fight. Compared to Breath of the Wild's Dark Beast phase, Demon Dragon isn't super different on paper. However, this cinematic spectacle phase is framed by 3 other badass ones, where Ganondorf is absolutely capable of ripping you apart. Dark Beast, in contrast, was framed by a boring fight against an ugly, uninspired abomination. One that felt all too familiar, as literally every dungeon boss in the game carried the same aesthetic. Demon Dragon isn't difficult in the slightest, but the quality of the phase is really supported by contrast against the others. You mostly ride around Dragon Zelda's back, jump onto Ganondorf a few times, and attack a couple weak points. His secret stone becomes the next target, after which you deliver the final blow, ending the Demon King. At least for now. We all know he'll be back at some point. What really sticks with me from Tears' whole final fight is that it evolves from phase to phase, and poetically, even unfolds in all layers of the game world. It's a narrative escalation that mirrors the entire structure of the game, from the deepest pits of the depths to the heavens above Hyrule where ancient islands reside. The very theme of verticality and freedom of the game's world is encapsulated in this battle. Zelda's had a long list of boss fights throughout the series. Some have been cinematic, others mechanically interesting, and some just kinda suck. But in my opinion, none have been as complete, impactful, and utterly badass as the fight against Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom. What do you think Zelda's best boss fight is? If you enjoyed this video, do be sure to check out the Rated N YouTube channel that I'm a part of. Blue Link, my friend Anthony, will be making a Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf character analysis very soon. But in the meantime, do be sure to check out his theory on Null from Echoes of Wisdom, and how his very existence shakes the foundation of Zelda lore as we know it.